Hey guys, so let's talk Cassia. So this is going to be a long, informative video, but hopefully you get a lot of information from it. So I know a lot of people do henna treatments on their hair, but I just wanted to introduce to you this thing called Cassia. It's very similar to henna in color, but it will not deposit the color, or it won't stain the hands or clothing or anything like that like henna does. To use Cassia is very similar to using henna. You want to add hot water to it, and once you do that, it releases this very strong, fragrant, kind of like when you mow grass. There are about 400 species of cassia. The proper term for it is Cassia obovata, which is not to be confused with the cassia that is very similar to using cinnamon. So Cassia obovata is harvested in Egypt and Nubia. You can also drink it as a laxative tea. I used to drink it all the time nightly to help with my weight loss. It doesn't produce this unbearing laxative effect, like it doesn't give you diarrhea or anything like that. It just makes it very easy to go at night. It's also been shown to use as a cure for fungal and bacterial infections, and if you have eczema, it will also help with those type of things as well as any other irritant skin disease. Cassia has some of the same conditioning effects as henna, but it's easier to use on more types of hair because you can use this on hair that's been relaxed, bleached, or dyed without having any type of reaction to it. It can last anywhere from a few shampoos to permanently, depending on what types of things that you do for your hair in between the sessions. And this is great for dark hair to give it a conditioning effect, and if you have blonde hair, it usually gives it a color boost and makes it a bit brighter. There are many ways to use Cassia, and I urge you to find the way that works best for you, but there are some simple steps that pretty much everybody uses, and I suggest starting out with pure powder. There are some Cassias that come in mixes already, but you have to be sure to read those ingredients to make sure the actual Cassia is in there and all of this other complicated mess. So it's just best to just use pure powder, and I say to mix this with some boiling water or liquid of your choice. It could be anything from aloe vera juice, just some chamomile tea, anything that you want. Some people also add in other herbs, and this step is optional. I usually don't do this because I don't know too much about other herbs, but until I research that matter, I won't be doing it. So I know some people add in unbleached chamomile leaves, and this can be for a greater blonde booster if you're using it for that effect. Some people also add cinnamon, and this can add a warm red auburn undertone to it, similar to the color that you get when you use henna. You can also add powdered cloves, and this is to mask the cassia scent. Like I said before, it kind of smells like mowed grass, so if you don't like that scent, you can use cloves to cover that up. And then some cassia already comes mixed with rhubarb, and if it does, this has this very large amount of this specific acid, and it's best used for people that have blonde hair, and this will stain your hands or clothes. So if you want to mix it with that, you have to be sure to take care and properly protect yourself. I personally like to create a gloss with it, and this is where I add conditioners and oils to add for a little bit of moisture, since cassia can be a bit dry on your hair. I let it sit for about an hour or more to allow the cassia to release itself in the hot liquid, and then after that I typically apply it to my hair and allow it to sit for 45 minutes or more. Generally I leave it on my hair at least 4 hours or so, sometimes overnight. I then follow up and rinse it out as much as I can, and then I personally follow up with the co-wash, but you can also follow it up with a sulfate-free shampoo. And then I also deep condition my hair afterwards to make sure that it's properly moisturized and restored its balance, and then I style my hair as normal. So I'm not just going to talk you through this, but I'm going to actually show you the things that I use to mix in my own personal cassia. There are many noticeable benefits with using cassia and henna for that matter. It is found to strengthen and condition the hair, to help repair breakage, reduce shedding. It gives the hair thicker and fuller look. It cleanses and mends the scalp and produces tighter curls, at least for me. Some people have also found that it loosens their curls, and if it does that for you, it's always a temporary effect, just as well as the tightening of the curls is temporary as well. So before making this video, I posted questions that people might potentially have, and one of the questions is, how often should Cassia be done? The effects of Cassia can last for quite some time, especially if you use sulfate-free shampoos, but it can weaken over time if you're stripping it with the sulfate shampoo. Personally, I do it about every 6 months or so, but I'm probably going to increase it because I really do like the effects of it, so I'm probably going to do it every 3 months. But I just suggest that you try doing it however often that you currently do protein treatments, and just take it by, I guess, trial and error to see if you want to do it more or see if you want to do it less. And you can also, depends on if you want to add in other herbs or if you want to add in other conditioning agents. So just play it by ear. So this picture here just shows what my hair looks like before and after doing Cassia. So on the left side was my naked hair before applying it, and on the right side is my hair after the Cassia treatment was done, rinsed out, and before I actually deep conditioned it. There are some things that you have to be aware of if you're going to do Cassia or any type of one of these herbal treatments, and one of those things in specific is hard water. If you have hard water, you would know this. Hard water is full of dissolved minerals that will accumulate in your hair, and some of these minerals may react with Cassia and turn your hair green, dark brown, or greenish black. And this is the same with henna as well as when you dye your hair that has minerals in it. So in order to make sure that you don't have this problem, it's always suggested that you test Cassia on some hair that you take from your brush, some of that, shedded hair, and then test it with Cassia as if you were going to put it on all of your hair. And if the color looks strange to you, there are things that are called mineral removers that you can use in your hair before you dye or wash your hair, and treat it with the Cassia so that you take out all of those minerals. You can also probably do a clarifying shampoo to get rid of all of those mineral deposits as well. If you're unsure whether or not you have hard or soft water, you can do this simple test here where you take an empty 16-ounce water bottle and you fill it about halfway with water from your tap water, and then you add in about 5 drops of any liquid dish detergent, and you're going to shake it for about 30 seconds. If you see a lot of suds foaming and that those suds stay there for a long time, then you generally have soft water. And the longer the suds stay, or the easier that it takes for the suds to make, the softer the water. But if you shake this bottle for a long time and you don't really get many suds, then you probably have hard water. And you can also look around the sinks and faucets and things around your house to see if you see any kind of buildup around them, because those are definite clues that you have hard water deposits. So this image here is just comparing soft regular water to hard water. As you see on the left, once it was shaken, you have plenty of suds that have formed, and those suds have lasted for quite a while, versus if you have hard water, once you shake the container up, you produce more of this milky, creamy type film thingy. And you'll also notice it if you have like a dishwasher. You'll see spots and things on your glasses. There are a multitude of places that you can buy either Cassia, henna, or any type of herbs from. Most conveniently is your local Indian store if you have one around you. If you don't, I have in the past bought Cassia from Amazon. I think it's the Mountain brand. If I can find it, I will leave the link down in the description box if you're interested in purchasing from there. I know some people have bought it from Henna Souk. There's also a website called hennaforhair.com that sells it. Just pretty much Google it, and I'm pretty sure you will find a varied amount of places that you can purchase it from. So hopefully this video was very informative. In the next video, because I didn't realize this talking one was going to be so long, I will show you my application process as well as the results that I got from it, which you've already seen a quick glimpse of it in the before and after picture. So if you have any questions before I finish recording that video, leave them down in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Be blessed, you guys. Happy New Year's, and hopefully this video is well received, because I plan to make a lot more informal videos, informational videos like this one. Price point isn't too bad. I think it was $12.95 for this 8 ounce, but as you guys know, I got this in the Curl Collection box, and with Curl Collection they gave a 15% discount code. So if you're interested in